Let's take a look at the PeopleProvision version 1.0 administrative capabilities. PeopleProvision administrators see the Admin tab in addition to the standard Home tab. When I click on the Admin tab, you see the capabilities that administrators have, including organization setup, provisioning rules, and application security. We're going to take a brief look at each of these areas, and then we have a separate set of videos that goes into a deeper configuration for each of these particular areas. First, when you set up PeopleProvision in your environment, you want to modify your organization setup. This allows you to specify settings that are particular in your organization. These settings include the locations where you have offices, the org units that you have in your organization. These can be anything from your standard department to a division, a region, or even a company. The job titles for users in your organization. The Exchange mail stores. If you're using a Exchange system in your environment, you can set up your mail stores so that automatic mailboxes will be created. And optionally, you can use the Companies tab to set up companies if you are more of a holding organization for a number of different companies. Now back to the admin home screen. Based upon the organization setup, you can configure provisioning rules that allow you to show to automatically decide how to set up information for a newly provisioned account. Provisioning rules are based upon three different aspects: the location, the org unit, and the job title. Using combinations of these three, you can create very specific provisioning rules, or you can create very general ones with just one or two of those items. Let's take a look at the default rule, the all locations for everyone in any org unit. The information that you set up with a provisioning rule includes information about where to create the user, the target OU, the mailbox information, profile, logon script, home drive, as well as the user's manager, and perhaps even the Active Directory bind information. You can also put group assignments in here. For example, everyone in our company is going to be added to the test distro group, all company employees. We'll go back to our rule list and look at another rule. For example, we could set up the Information Technology Department rule so that we have a little bit different information. As you can see, we inherit information from the parent org unit. In this case, that is the default all locations, everyone in any org unit. But we can override the information as well. In this case, we've put a different OU in based upon this department. We can also change things like the manager. In this case, we have a different manager than the default rule. And again, we also have additional groups. So you can see we have an IT group for distribution and an IT group for security. Let's go back to our rule list. And again, you can see we can get very specific even down to the CIO, job title, etc. Back on the admin homepage, the final piece of information we're going to look at here is the application security. Version 1.0 has a very straightforward and simple model for security. Essentially, you can have groups of users in here, and these groups of users can have either standard access or administrative access. In the case of standard access, users are allowed to access the Home tab, and they can create new user accounts using that Home tab. Administrators have administrative level access, which grants the Home tab access in addition to the admin access that we've been reviewing here. So, to summarize, we've tried to make PeopleProvision as easy as possible for you to configure when you get it installed in your environment. Check out our other videos for more information about each of these particular setup areas.